Hello, my name is Liina Lepp, lecturer in pedagogy at the University of Tartu, Estonia. This video is about my experience with using Flowbox video tool for collaborative learning in teacher education. The experiment was conducted among second-year bachelor teacher education students in pedagogical practice course. The practice lasted 1 week, and this was the first school practice for students. During the practice week, students kept a written or video diary, and I will talk about it in detail later. So, we named our experiment Video Diary versus Written Diary during first school practice of teacher students. The aim of this experiment was to find out what, in the opinion of teacher students, are the advantages and disadvantages of using video for learning purposes compared to written diary, and whether written or video diaries are preferred when learning from experience of fellow students, and what are the justifications for their choices. We posed 3 research questions. What are the advantages of video diary format compared to written reflection based on the opinion of teacher students? What are the disadvantages? And which diaries, written or video, the fellow students comment on the most during the practice, and what are the justifications for their choices? So, what did we do? I was a lecturer in this practice course and an experimenter at the same time. Before the practice week, there was a seminar at the university where the practice arrangement was explained. After that, the students chose the diary format they preferred, either written diary or on Moodle or video diary on Flowbox. Before the students went to the practice schools, they had a task to do a diary post about their expectations for the upcoming week. During the practice week, students kept their reflective practice diaries and shared these with me and their course mates. And students were also encouraged to read and watch their course mates' diaries and write comments and questions. After the practice week, students did a final diary post where they analyzed their whole practice experience. And finally, we had a closing seminar where we collaboratively reflected on this practice week and what they or we had learned. Here is just an example how one student video diary in Flowbox looks like. And here you can see some comments under one video diary post. Now I will explain the methodology. There were 20 students on the course this year. They answered questionnaires before and after the practice week about the advantages and disadvantages of written and video diaries. And we also collected students' daily diary posts and comments and questions, both teachers and course mates, and student self-analysis as data. We analyzed questionnaires using qualitative inductive content analysis method, and we also used descriptive statistics for numerical data. I forgot to say that 6 of the students belonged to the group written diary or chose written diary, and 14 chose video diary for reflections during the practice week. So, what did the students think are the advantages of the video diary format? Our first research question. First of all, it was pointed out 4 broader categories. Our participants said that the richness and authenticity of emotions were advantages. A nice change. So videos were a nice change for them. It was interesting and different. It was faster. And also they got used to their own image and voice. The last category was clearly related to the future as a teacher, as you can see from the quotation. But what they said, or what did the student think are the disadvantages of the video diary format? Well, they mentioned the fear of camera or filming. You can see an example of camera fear in the box on the side. They also mentioned issues with technology. They have had previous experience with sending videos and also poor internet connection and not enough phone memory. So they this was their concern. And they also mentioned place to record as a disadvantage. They thought it was important to get quiet place and no other people disturbing while they were recording. And the last advantage that came out was text structure. It was said that videos are harder to change if polished text is an aim. You can see the quotation at the side. Our third research question was, which diary type did the students prefer to follow and comment on, and why? Well, a total of 99 comments were submitted by course mates, 74 comments for video diary posts, average 3.7 comments per student, and 25 comments for written diary posts, so average a bit more than 1.25 comments per student. 67% of students prefer to watch video diaries and 33% of students had no preference. So they said that both formats were okay. Students liked to watch video diaries. They were curious to see how videos worked. It was less effortful than reading for them, and also a pleasant alteration to reading. As for written diaries, these were comfortable to read anywhere. To sum up, to answer the question, how did the experimentation go? I can say that both I, as a lecturer, and the students thought it was valuable, a pleasant change, and a great experience creating videos for learning. Uploading videos worked well on Flowbox. Both the lecturer and the students faced some minor issues with commenting. It was, we as usual could not change or delete our comments after submitting, and there was no option to create paragraphs when writing a comment. So these were minor issues for us when using Flowbox this year. So what did we learn from the experimentation? After this experiment, we believe that using a video diary enables to make teaching and learning experience more diverse for students and also for lecturer. It lets students practice creating videos and helps them overcome their fears. And also it gives students courage to use videos in their future work. In the future, we will keep the possibility for students to choose between written and video diary format in this course. And we also find that more research is needed to gain insight about the university teacher's perspective when using video diaries in teaching and learning process. Thank you for listening.